have somebody, very rarely you have somebody who has the skill set and the mindset aptitude to, I would say, holistically deliver a session. So get your notepads out because I can see Dr. K getting her notepad out to make notes. And remember, it's not a one webinar that's going to change your mindset and experience. It is a sequence of revisiting, understanding those candles. As a joke, I put a post on my social media yesterday that I love candles. And then there was a candlelight dinner and the screen changed to the Forex charts. So welcome. And Ashraf Noor, everybody's super excited to bring you on the stage to share what you have with us today in relation to not only the market news in terms of the turbulence and volatility, but also the good stuff and what you will share with us in terms of knowledge, real-time market analysis. And every week we are adding a layer of knowledge of new stuff, but also revisiting what we have gained in the past. Anyone who is not sure, go to our YouTube videos, go back to the beginning, rewatch them, because you can get the content in English and in Spanish. So over to you, Ashraf Noor.
Hello, guys. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning from different part of the world, guys. And it was a pleasure to be, on board again with the live webinar. And again, the whole purpose of this webinar is to create a real-time practical training as well as the market analysis through MyQFX platform. So just to give you an idea of the people who are just logged in first time. What is the MyQFX? Is a comprehensive Forex training and the market analysis platform. The reason behind for the MyQFX is to provide a real-time education, Forex education and training, either novice trader, either the trader who are struggling into it, or either is a professional trader because they are looking for the opportunities. So this platform caters for all these categories, like people who doesn't have any experience, they can see how things work. People who are struggling in Forex trading, they can see the opportunities and they can practice at the same time and they can develop their knowledge and experience. And of course, they can easily rectify the opportunities and they can maximize their potential. So today is the 14th of April, 2025. All right, just before we start, we're going to do as always, the homework. And I'm just going to read the last paragraph that we are not affiliated with nor we represent any security broker, dealer, or investment company. We are not licensed or qualified to provide investment advisory. Any trading decision we share are for the information purpose only and should not be taken as financial or investment advice. It is important to verify all information independently, and any action you take based on that information are entirely your own responsibility. Okay, so let's look at we're going to go look at the charts and we'll see how the market reacted. What we have, did analysis last week and how the market reacted. So as you know, we can say that we are, in terms of trading point of view, we are a very interesting phase now. Because being a trader, professional trader, most important thing is the volatility. So we have seen amazing volatility from last couple of weeks since the Trump has been, decided about the tariff. And we have amazing opportunity, guys. And we are waiting for these kind of opportunities. And again, also, if you are well disciplined and if you are well patient and you look for the opportunity, of course, that's good for you. But otherwise, it's a very challenging to if you don't understand it. And that's why if you haven't subscribed our MyQFX YouTube channel, I would urge you to do it, because I broadcast every day at least 3 pair analysis, how we analyze the market and how the market reacted according to those analysis. So even if you just keep watching those analysis, you will see the whole journey, that we started from here and then how we analyze the market every single day. And to be honest, the thing is, like, I've received tremendous response that the trader and the people who were struggling they just watched my YouTube and they started making money. Because what I discuss basically is a pure price action, basic of knowledge. So, and which is basically we already did in the beginning of the webinars on MyQFX platform. So now we are going to, as I said, as always mentioned, that we first things we look at is a dollar index, because dollars is a major, part of the trading for us. We look at how the dollar is performing, and based on that, we found out one of the major pair and trade against the dollar and look for the opportunity. As you have seen that last week, we had this an amazing opportunity and the price reverse. And after that, we were expecting some price action, which is basically is a basic price action, which is I always mention to you guys. And if you keep this simple basics, and you will understand that, it's amazing opportunity. So the simple basic, I'm just going to repeat again and again. The reason behind it, because, that's what I do, the analysis to program your subconscious mind. So then you will understand it. More repeat, like every time when the price break any recent low, right? And the what we're expecting here, we mark this line here and we look at that, okay, the price has broken this low, and let's see here if the price is come back around this area and it is going to respect or not, because this is what we call our area of interest. So sometime price come back and retest and give us the confirmation and the sign of continuation, then this is what we call an edge. As a trader, we're looking this edge. If the price cannot break and continue to the downside, then we look at for the edge that the high probability is might going to be a continuation. There's a few things happen here. Sometime price a little bit up above this level and then come back here. When this kind of price action is developed, this is very, very interesting for as a professional trader, because what we look at there's a lot of liquidities here, and the market has taken this liquidity and then sign of continuation to the downside. So these are the basics things. If you apply, even now, you can see the dollar index. We had this since that, the tariff things been declared. So you can see what a nice, beautiful short trade here. And if you look ahead, the price nicely broken this level. And we have this area of interest, this area of interest. So then what we're looking here is we're looking if the price going to continue. So we're going to look at one of these areas and we'll see the price action, if the price is going to respect or it is going to break. So let's say if the price, let's suppose if the price is coming down and come back here, instead of breaking, instead of a pullback, price nicely break. When this kind of behavior happen, then what we need as a professional trader, we need some sort of like a confirmation and then sign of continuation. So these kind of price actions we always look at without any indicators, without any things. We just look at the pure price action. So when this price was reversing it, the price does not go straight, does not go up, right? It goes in waves, right? So we look at here what kind of price action is developed, and then we look at this is, if you say this is the major support area, so there might be a possibility price might going to reverse. So then how are we going to find those information? Then we look at the candlestick pattern. As you can see here, look at this body is a very strong bullish candle, which is basically taken the bearish candle that give us the strong momentum of bullishness. We get the early sign of reversal. So we had this reversal. Once the price come back, so we look at here, this area, you can see here how nicely price respected. Being an intraday traders, we always look at the opportunities. So you can see the price nicely come back here. And then what happened here, price nicely broken this high, and then price nicely respected here. This is pure price action. Price come back here, even the price broken this high, and then we have this price action, which we can see here, price previously respected here. Let's see here if the price is going to respect or not, which price did. And then what happened here, price come back here and retest this level again. And if you look at the in the first webinar, which I mentioned about the patterns, so because technically our bias was short because of fundamental reason behind it, because we expecting this tariff changes is probably going to create a bearishness on dollar for the time being. So we were expecting there's a possibility of looking for the short opportunity. Once we see that this kind of price action is developed, if you look at here, we have this one. If you look at this one, if you look at this one, So what kind of price action is developed, or what kind of pattern is developed? This is what we call, head and shoulder pattern. So that gives us the high probability that the possibility of, price might gonna come down. So you can see here the price nicely broken, and we did all this analysis we do every single day. So as mentioned here, the price broken this one, can see here low, and then what happened? Price come back here. This is the high. The price also respected here, come back here, and also respected here. That give us the high probability of continuation out of the downside. As you can see here, we had such a nice, beautiful short trade here. So that's give us the high probability of continuation to the downside. Now the price is at the major resistance level. If you look at the daily candlestick pattern, you can see here we have marked this one. Even we go to the weekly one and we mark this area of interest. As you can see here, we mark this area that the price previously respected around this area. So around this area, so there might be a possibility price might going to respect this area. So we marked this area and see here that what kind of price action is going to develop. So then we look at in the 4 hour and see what kind of price action is being developed. So you can see here we have some sort of like a rejection here. And after this rejection, we have even this morning, if you are a member of MyQFX, if you look at this morning analysis, as I mentioned to my trader, this is the point of interest. This is what I'm looking here. If the price is going to respect this level, break and give us the confirmation, then I'm expecting a possibility of reversal. So keep in mind, in a daily and weekly, you have seen that this area is a very supportive area. So we might be expecting some sort of like a reversal. Now, if you look at the bigger picture, this is the way we look at certain things, which is I already mentioned to you guys, and pay this thing and make a note, and this definitely is going to help. So what are we expecting here? We have this impulsive move, and after impulsive, what we're expecting here is to give price should give us some sort of like a correction. If we don't see the impulsive move, then I'm expecting a sign of continuation to the downside. Okay, that's sort of basic price action. If the price gonna come back here around this level, and that's the area where I'm expecting, or this is the area where I'm expecting a short trade here, exactly sort of like a price action, which is I'm expecting here. So this is basically what we're expecting it. And there might be a possibility sometime there might be a speculation. Price might gonna create this kind of structure here. Price might gonna come back and break and give us the confirmation that can be a possibility. So this is the overall situation of the dollar now. So let's look at the what news is going to come, fundamental news this week, so then we can plan things accordingly. So if you look at the today, Monday, we didn't have any high impact news. And this is, I think the speech is still going on. And just to let you know, as a being a trader, as a retail professional trader, we don't anticipate trading while there's a speech going on, because there is no as such forecast has been been broadcasted which we can align into it, because any good statement can create hawkish and negative, something is created bearish sort of a market reaction. So we just avoid taking position whenever there is a speech going on. So Tuesday, if you look ahead, Tuesday we have only medium impact news for the dollar, but we have high impact news for the pound. And if you look ahead, this is the news claimant count change, which is expected lower than the previous one. It means that less people is claiming job seeker allowance, which is the good sign for the country, but for the currency. And let's see here when this data is going to release, and then we're going to look at if the data is according to the forecast, then it's a good sign for the currency. Then probably we're going to see bullishness on pound dollar. So we're going to look at this one. We also had a CPI data is coming for the CAD. And Wednesday, we had, again, we have a CPI data is coming for pound. And if you look at here, we are expecting 2.7 versus 2.8, which is lower. We'll see how that's going to make impact. We have retail sales is coming 130 at the New York session, which has slightly been increased. We have retail sales month by month, slightly bit increase, is a good sign for the dollar. We'll see here. if that's data, we're gonna push dollar a little bit up. And we have 245. By the way, this is all London time. So we have some high impact news for the CAD on Wednesday. Then we have another very important important news, basically that speech for the Fed chair, and that's probably gonna decide the dollar situation. And I'm expecting nice decent volatility at that time. Then Thursday we have Aussie dollar unemployment change and employment rate. It's been slightly been increased. We have main euro. We have a main refinance. This is another very important, and the main rate is being decreased, which is the basically negative sign for the euro. We'll see. We have monetary policy statement is coming. We have unemployment claim is coming on Thursday, which is slightly higher than the previous one. Then we have ECB press conference going 1:45 on Thursday. So we can see here today, apart from the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we had a quite high impact and good news. So it means like we are expecting some nice decent volatility in upcoming days. Only Friday we might not gonna have it that volatility because most of the countries they have bank holiday, as you can see. Apart from US, you can see here. So being a professional trader, we look at these news and we plan things or trade accordingly. So that's basically the news. We are expecting it. And if you look at the other pair, let's look at the Euro USD. And if you're following our analysis in the YouTube, we've been long here. And as just mentioned you at the beginning of this webinar, we just if you follow the basic price action, always mark the area of interest whenever the price, you can see here the price come back here and broke on this high. And then what happened here, price retest and give us the confirmation. But again, if you look at the candlestick pattern, this candle is a bearish candle and this is the bullish candle, which is called inside candle pattern, bullish inside candle pattern, which is sort of like we take indecision situation. And as you can see here, the price will come back here and retest. And afterwards, you can see here, what a nice, beautiful rally. And based on that, we've been taking a long trade here, all this long trade here. So what we do basically in 4 hour, let's say if the price is going in this direction, so being in an intraday, we have, as you can see in our MyQFX platform, we look at any pullback. Every time when the price come back and retest, continue, we take a long trade here. And we also broadcast that information. So if you look at here, this is MyQFX platform. And if you look at the Euro USD chart, let's see here. So we look at here in 4 hour, right? And in 4 hour, and then we look at the entry here. So if you look at here, today's analysis, even before I start this webinar, I explained to look for this breakout. As you can see here, the price nicely broken. And again, simple basic price action, which is I just mentioned to you guys here. Look at here. We have this high, you have this high, and this high. You can see here what kind of price action is developed. Sort of like an intraday, you can see head and shoulder pattern. Price nicely come back and break this level. So mark this line. So after this one, you can see what happened here. Price nicely broken and confirmation and then continuation. So what kind of price action is developed? We have this impulsive reaction. After impulsive, you can see here the price developing a correction. That's a good sign for one more push to the downside. This is the as a professional trader, this is what we look at. This is look at high probability of a short trade here. Let's suppose if the price does not break this wedge here, and instead of coming down, price goes up. So what happened? What is next? Doesn't matter. We know that price doesn't want to go down. We need a confirmation that the real price really want to go up. So let the price develop and give us the confirmation, then we're taking a long trade here. So what I was trying to say to you before, that when the price is going up in 4 hour and we're looking opportunity here. So how we look at this opportunity, and if you look at here, today's analysis of Euro USD. So if I show you, let me show you with you here. So you can see here this morning, we've been looking along, bias was long. We know the dollar is weaker. So we broadcast this analysis And we mentioned here that any pullback would consider high probability trade. And as you can see here, which is a pretty straightforward price action, not rocket science, guys. You can see here the price nicely develop a pullback. Even if you look at here, this is the high is broken. Just mark this line here, price develop pullback. And as soon as the price was breaking, as we suggest our traders, time to bank some profit. Now, again, what happened here? So we look at the price action, we look at the details, and afterwards, what kind of price action is being developed. And here we can see here, this is the high is broken. So if you look at here, price come back here, price fail to continue, pull back, price fail, come back here. So this is the high, and then we mark this line here because you can see here, this is the low is been broken. This is the high is been broken. So while the price is here, we are not sure whether it's going to go up and down. So that's why we did this analysis. And afterwards, if you look at here, this is the area of interest. You can see here the price broken. And after that, price continue. We know that in 4 hour, we are looking at long here. We also have this our momentum, and then we have another pullback. As soon as the price come back and resume, same direction, we jump into the trade when the certain profit target hit. We explain our traders time to bank some profit. So this is what we're looking here. Again, look at here. Beautiful. Here we're expecting the pullback. Did the price develop any pullback here? No. Price impulsively come back. Okay, if the price come back here, so we need a confirmation. The price did confirmation. This was a very small trade. We had a short trade here. And afterwards, as explained again, you might be seeing this line, but all this line has we explained through live analysis. You can see here, this is the first high is been broken. And after that, you can see how many time price retest and price broken and retest. And afterwards, the best trade we had it, that was the best trade. We had a short trade here when the price was coming down, as it's pretty straightforward. As I mentioned in the beginning of this webinar, every time when the price break, just mark this line. As soon as the price respected, jump into the trade and you can squeeze amazing profit. Now, when we look at the price come back here and retest, we have another pullback. You can see here. Then what happened here? Again, if you look at the price action here, what kind of price action has been developed here? We can see here the price developed over bottom here. Price broken this high. So price should fail to maintain to go low, the price broken, and give us the confirmation. As you can see here, beautiful and amazing long trade here. So the nutshell, what we look at here in 4 hour. So if you look at the 4 hour chart, we can see here right now. Okay, so what is the upcoming opportunity we were looking here? Based on the previous price action, we have this impulsive. The price is developing a correction here. And if the price develop this type of correction, so I'm expecting one more push to the upside. But as said to you, the trade, the price does not go straight up and down, price goes in waves. So there might be a possibility of price might gonna come back. But if I don't see the impulsive reaction to the downside, instead of impulsive, if the price develop a correction, so then psychologically and based on the previous price action, I'm expecting one more push to the upside. When that's gonna happen, so we just, as I mentioned we're just gonna follow the basic price action. So let's see here if the price gonna come back here, develop, sort of like a consolidation, then I'm looking for long. If the price develop impulsive reaction instead of correction, then after this impulsive move, if the price develops slow correction, then I'm expecting one more push to the downside. So this is what we're expecting it. But being an intraday trader, let's suppose if the price is coming down, so we'll look at here in intraday if there's any pattern which basically help us to take a short trade here, then we take it now here, which give us the high probability, which is this analysis being broadcasted, just 1 hour before this webinar started. You can see here, price nicely broken and retest. That give us the sign of continuation. Now we have another sign of continuation. Let's see if the price gonna continue. We're just gonna keep taking a pullback here. When the price is going to reach at this level, around this level, or around this level, then we look at the price action. If there's any opportunity for long, then we look at here in intraday. And if we see the price is developing along, the momentum is developing along, then we're going to take a long trade here. I hope that makes sense, guys. So we have amazing system, guys. We basically analyze every single day, 4 hour. But if you are not a member, but if you want to trade, so I would recommend that you should go into the, 5 minute time frame and look for the opportunity. I hope that makes sense. All right, let's look at the pound dollar and the pound dollar. And if you follow our analysis in the YouTube, we've been long here. Even this morning, we had a beautiful long trade here. And afterwards, we had a beautiful short trade here. So what we're expecting here, and if you look at tomorrow, we have a 7 a.m. London time. We have this high impact news. If this news is good and bad, so what we're expecting here, keep mind on the news. Let's say if the news is good and we see the impulsive reaction, and after this impulsive reaction, if the price develop a correction at this area, then I'm expecting a continuation to the upside. Yeah, that's the one scenario we're expecting it. Let's suppose if the news is good, and before that news, if we see some bullishness, and the price come back here and develop a false breakout, give us the confirmation, then I'm expecting a downside. So these kind of price action what we're expecting it. But as I said to you, this is we define our mindset, our bias. Then we look at the intraday and see here what kind of price action is there, because we use this our intraday system for entries and exit. So if you look at here, we also had the short trade here this morning. We've been taking a long trade here. We also had the short trade at the New York session. And afterwards, as I mentioned, my trader, if the price refused to stay below this level, then a possibility. But if you look at the price action, so we have this impulsive reaction. As I said to you guys, as mentioned to my trader, after this impulsive, if the price develop a correction, and this is the price action what we're expecting it, which price refuse instead of correction, price develop impulsive reaction. But after impulsive, price developing a correction. So that's the beautiful long trade we have. We have this long trade here. Look at the price action. We have this impulsive. We have this kind of price action has been developed that give us the one more push to the upside. But as I said to you, because again, the most important thing is you need to look at the time factor, because right now the London is closed. So that's why you don't see any activities. So what would I explain to my trader? Look for this breakout. As I said to my trader, let the price break, because we have this price action. If the price gonna break and give us the confirmation, then look for short here. If the price is gonna break this one and take a long trade here. So the market might gonna be stay here, and probably after 1 hour, just before the New York session close, we might going to see some volatility, unless if we normally say if Trump's tweet anything or say something that might gonna create some volatility. So we're waiting for that news to be released, any event, but technically the more I'm waiting for that news to be released, and that give us a high probability. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let's look at the today's, just to give you an idea of how we did today in pound dollar. And if you look at here, if you look at all the analysis, this you can see the market started, and which is a pretty straightforward. Again, at the beginning of the webinar, I'm just going to repeat this price action every time, so at least you understand. Price broken, come back here and give us the confirmation. We have impulsive correction, impulsive, small correction, impulsive reaction. So based on that, price nicely broken and momentum was bullish. So we had this beautiful long trade here. We've been taking a long trade, guys. Again, wait for the London Open. So what happened here? This is the high, previous high, price repeatedly respecting here. And this is the area of interest we were looking for price to break. You can see here. So what happened? Price broken, and after that retest and sign a beautiful long trade. Then afterwards, as I said to my trader, just keep taking a long trade, because if you look at the 4-hour chart, price was going up and momentum is bullish. And that's why we explained my trader, just keep taking a long. We have pull back, pull back, pull back. As soon as the price hit this level and the 4-hour, as what I explained, it's time to bank some profit, and let's wait for the price. What happened here? So we constantly monitoring here. So what happened here? price refused to stay above, price come back, and then we need a sort of confirmation. So if you look at here, we have this impulsive reaction. You can see here, after impulsive, price develop a correction, and you can see here price nicely impulsively came down. Most of the traders really enjoyed the short trade here, squeeze amazing profit here. And then afterwards, what we're expecting here, that if the price cannot develop slow motion, then I'm expecting one more push to the downside. But instead of slow, price develop impulsive reaction. As soon as the price develop impulsive reaction, we broadcast this analysis. You can see here, this low, as you can see here in the analysis, this is high. So while the price is here, indecision situation. What happened here? Price nicely broken, hit this level. That's what I explained. It's time to bank some profit. So you can see here, guys, even though, looks like green and red or orange indicators, but mainly all of the lines and price action, this is purely the price action, which definitely you can implement it and you can, squeeze amazing profit onto this one. So let's look at the another one, dollar CAD. Dollar CAD, we've been short and pretty straightforward. We were looking this consolidation, and as you know, because of the dollar weaknesses, we have nice beautiful short trade last week. Really enjoy. And this today the price was here. If you're watching my live analysis, you can see, as I said to my trader, there's a two possibilities. Price might gonna come back. This is the possibility. One, give us the confirmation, break, give us the confirmation, and retest. And if you look at here, this is the price action. We look at very carefully. You can see here, price broken and could not maintain below this level. That give us the market makers have taken this liquidity. And if you look at here, this candle is the bullish engulfing candle that give us the strength of the dollar. So we had a long trade previously. Now you can see here 1, 2, 3 time, 4 time, 5 time price respected here, and the price is respecting here. So sort of like a consolidation. So what we're expecting here in the future, upcoming days. So might be there's one possibility. If I don't see the impulsive reaction, if I see the price developing a correction here, so then I'm expecting one more push to the downside. Unless if we see the impulsive reaction, and after impulsive, if the price develop a correction, then I'm going to pushing here upside. Keep in mind, we also pay attention to detail. Tomorrow we have a quite high impact news is coming for the CAD. So that's definitely is going to create some volatility, and there might be a possibility if we see the CAD strength, then I'm expecting this price action. But if I see the CAD weakening, there might be a possibility price might gonna create one spike here and then continuation. So what we're looking here, and if you look at him, sort of like the price is developing a consolidation, and that give us the significant information that the market makers are waiting for that news to be tomorrow. Until that, there might be a possibility price might gonna be hoovering it into it. So we'll see. And this is the way we look at every day. And this is what we are waiting for, that news to be released and give us the high probability trade. But if you look at the intraday now, we had amazing trades. So if you look at the intraday, you can see here. So you can see here, we had this beautiful short trade here. Then we also had this beautiful breakout short trade here. Then as soon as the market reversed, pretty straightforward, we were expecting the price should stay below this level, which price refused. In 4 hours, as I said to you, price developed false breakout, price broken, and after that, price retest. And then as mentioned here, that any pullback would consider high probability trade. So you can see here impulsive correction. We have this impulsive. After that, this beautiful long trade here. So this is what we do every single day. So this is what we're expecting it. And we had amazing trade, guys, on all these, most of the 12 major currency pair. We did analysis. My favorite pair, which is basically pound yen, we really enjoyed it. And even though we were expecting this beautiful, a long trade here at this level, that's what we did. And if you're watching my analysis, we had this Asian session, nice. And after that, as it's a matter, just keep taking a pullback. And the last trade we had it, this is the area of interest, as such, like my trader take a short trade here. So What we're expecting here in pound yen, if you look at here, sort of like a price rejected here, respected here, respected here. Now we're expecting here, let's see here if the price is going to break or not. Just keep in mind, we have another sort of like a symmetry triangle pattern. And tomorrow we have this news is coming. We'll see if the news is good. Then I'm expecting here, after this impulsive, if I see the correction here, not impulsive, and the news is good, then I'm expecting one more push to the upside and around this level. But if the news is bad, market come back, give us the confirmation, then looking for short here. So now we are waiting for the news tomorrow. But we had amazing trade guys today on pound yen. And please watch YouTube analysis. I've already explained most of these trades. But if you look at here, this is the analysis we did. We've been long here. You can see here, that's beautiful long here. Then afterward, we have this short trade here, then we long here. We explain all this analysis. We had amazing trade, guys, once the price developed a false breakout. That's what we explain. We have this false breakout. We have this false breakout because what we're expecting it. This is what we're expecting it. High, low, and, low, high. When the price developed this kind of situation, and this is very interesting for us. We look at the price action. The way we look at here, we have this false breakout, we have this false breakout. And safest way, as always, to mention to my trader, let the price break one of these high and low and give us the confirmation. Otherwise, this is the area of interest we were looking because false breakout. Price nicely broken. I said to you, you can take it, but the safest way, this high is broken. And after that, this is the high probability trade. And that's what we call, and this is what we call the speculations. The market should stay below this level, which price refused. Momentum was bullish. We were looking for long. That was a beautiful long trade. After that, as said to my trader, just keep taking a pullback, pullback. You can see it. Amazing. That's the another breakout and retest and then pullback. This is the last trade. We had a short trade here again. That's the pretty straightforward. You can see here the price developed for false breakout. Market has taken the liquidity. As you can see, this is the trade. And one of my trader was asking, do you think it's going to go down? I said, I don't think. I just see it. Because if you see it, this is the impulsive. This is the correction. That give me the high probability of one more push to the downside. So we have this beautiful, and then we have this pullback, come back here, and can see a very correction here, and then pull back here. So we explain all that information, and we look at the trade, and you can see here, guys, how we analyze the market in 4 hour and how we refine entries and exit. If you are a QBN member, to be honest, you just go and practice. You're not going to lose anything, but you can practice those analysis and you can build your confidence. I hope that makes sense. All right, guys, if I want, I can go all this 12 major currency pair. Is going to take me 2-3 hours, but now I'm happy to take all of your questions. If you have any questions or if anything you want me to analyze and look for the bigger picture, I'm more than happy to tell you guys. All right, so any questions?
The chat is empty on my side, so
Okay.
I guess everybody's absorbed in the content and information.
I know, but the thing is, like, I highly recommend that you should be keep watching it, recording. In one time, you're just gonna find out how things works, but you will not be able to remember it. But if you keep, take those information, and I think you can open, if you're not a member of MyQFX, TradingView is a free platform. You can log in and you can apply whatever information I give it to you. And then you can basically open any chart, either gold or any other chart. You go and take it and you can apply those information and you will be surprised. And these are the basics price action. And we apply this basic price action every single day and helping our traders to squeeze amazing profit. Yeah,
There's a
so this
question,
is
Ashraf Noor.
sure.
It says,
Sure.
I think someone has mentioned in the chat, what is an aggressive approach in trading?
Okay. Right. So aggressive approach is I'll give you an example. Let's say if I have a time and I want to take a maximum opportunity, in trading. So trading this is the way it works. So based on the lifestyle, so aggressive way, it works like you basically, the way it works like, I'm going to give you example in a way that you will understand completely. That aggressive way is, I'll give you an example. I do sometimes aggressive, and the way I do it, for example, let's say in this gold scenario, what I see it like, this is the area of price action, which is price refuse. So when the price come back to this area, so I'm looking at short trade here. So the aggressive way, as soon as the price touch here, I take a short trade here, right? And then as soon as the price come back here and take the opportunities, right? And then every pullback develop, I take open up positions, keep opening a position, right? And managing my position based on my time and availability. This is what exactly sometime, the most of the traders do it. And other approach is traders say, okay, I get this confirmation that the price has rejected. I need a confirmation. So I'm going to take a short trade here. This is not aggressive trade here. This is basically aggressive trade, sort of like you can do it like in terms of scalping. Like today we had a gold position. And as I said to my trader that, the gold more likely in order to gold go up, we need some correction. In order to get the correction, gold needs to come down a little bit. So one of the trader was taking short trade here. I think he was going in 1 minute every time when the price was going up, and he was taking aggressively short trade here. Yeah, this is the area. So every time when the price goes up, and taking a short trade here, taking a short trade here, right? So that's basically, the way you can aggressively trade, but aggressively depends on your trading style. So for example, if you are spending just only a couple of hours, right, then even if you want to trade aggressively, but in terms of trading aggressively, I always recommend to my trader, you have to put in your mind that how much you are willing to give to the market, because aggressively sometimes you lose it, then you need a little patience to basically jump another trade here. So in this scenario, in the gold, this is what happened here. So every time when the price go here up, take a short trade here. Every time price go here, take a short trade here. Every time price goes in, take a short trade here. That's basically aggressively trading. But if you want to do safely trading, we need a confirmation. We can see here this candle is developed bearish, more than 50%. That's the best way to take a safest way to trade a short trade here. We have this bearish engulfing candle, we take a short trade here. We have this bearish engulfing candle. This is the safest way to take a short trade here. Aggressively, as soon as the price come back here, and then you can say if the price goes against me, I will just get out. So I hope that answered the question. Aggressively trading or normal trading, it all depends on your trading format. Some trader I've seen it, they just wait for the opportunities to come, they aggressively enter, take a couple of 20, 30, 40 pips, job done, close it. Some traders, they wait for the confirmation and they take a trade. Both are trading. There is no as such right and wrong format of trading. Trading itself is self-discovery way. So you have to find your own, easy way where you can produce consistency result. So either you can trade aggressively or either you can basically trade safely when you get the confirmation, but both are okay. It depends on the personality. It depends on the personal choice. I hope I answered the question.
All right, thank you. Go, Dr. K. Your hand was up. And while Dr. K, you speak, I'll just throw in, can we say emotions is the biggest part to play for traders to trade? So we could club it in with Dr. K's question as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So Dr. You want to say something?
Yeah. So yeah, emotions, that's very important. And my question is, so far, Ashraf, among the traders that you see that you work with every day for intra trade, what are your top 5 um favorite winning pairs that
Uh,
the traders are
okay.
always like excited about? The top
Okay. Okay. So this is the when I train people, especially the student, my students, this is the way I do it. I give them, say, these are the 12 major principia. Go and play around any pair. There's no restrictions. Do whatever you want to do it. So, but there's a way to, I explain, so you need to define the pair in a way. So if you're trading in a gold, then it's a highly volatile. So the way when you open a position, then if you're trading gold, all of my students, I don't recommend to trade anything else. At the beginning, I say play around with all these 12 major currency pair. I will highly recommend if you are a MyQFX member, trust me, go and play around. Even if you lose 200 pips, no problem. Because if in this game, if you don't practice, you will not be able to learn it. Your first priority is to be learn, right? And then second phase is to be optimize your learning, right? And the third phase is to earning what you have learned. So in first phase of discovering, so I said to them, trade whatever you want to do it. And then afterwards I said, now narrow down your trading and be a specialized in certain instrument or certain pairs. So the gold is a very highly volatile. So if you're trading gold, I don't recommend to trade any other gold. Because for young people, because they don't have patience, because they are very aggressive, right? So I said, and to be honest, most of the young people, they love gold because it moves very fast. And if you cannot, cope with the gold movement, then the second thing comes the yen pair. They are less volatile based on the gold, right? And if you're thinking even this yen pair is too volatile for you, right? Then I said, okay, if you are old like me, so I said, just go with the pound dollar, you know, or the euro USD pairs, right? So this is the way we categorize. And even if you are very slow, then just go only pound yen, euro and pound, right?
Okay.
So this is the way we categorize, right?
All right.
So yeah, so if you look at the gold, gold when it moves, like if I'm taking, look here, sharp move, sharp going up and down, right? So if I'm taking a short trade here, right, in a few minutes, by the time, that's why you have seen we have a very less analysis for the gold. Reason why, by the time we do analysis, the market shoot up, right?
Mm.
So that's basically is a very, very, but it's good to practice, to be honest, no doubt. And the yen, it's okay, yen, it's fine, it is a volatile, but it is less volatile than gold. So you can take a yen pair, or if you said a very slow move pairs, euro USD, pound dollar, all the dollar pair like dollar CAD, all these pairs is perfectly fine. For my favorite pair, this is what I like it. I do most of time is pound yen, and then the pound dollar. That's the one I like it. But when I see, okay, I need to squeeze some quick pips, then I don't mind to go in gold. But when I look at the gold, I don't go in intraday. I look at the high time frame because
Mm.
this is too volatile for me, and that's what we look at in this way. But my favorite pair, which is I love it to do it in pound yen. And again, if you
Yeah.
stick one instead of going 2-3 pairs, if you stick like in pound yen, when I'm look at the doing in a pound yen in 4 hour, I always mark these areas. I said, okay, if the price is going to respect this area goes up, then I look at the intraday. And if it works perfectly, I said to guys, just take it, take it, take it. So it means like you just take one pair and just stick to it. And you will be surprised that when I started my journey as a forex trader, because it's very important to being with the network of the traders. So when I started my thing, I met one of the guy. I think he was working a very big bank, and like as a retail trader, we're thinking, okay, so many pairs, so nice, decent trade, any pair I can trade. And I said to him, you're trading in the forex trading. What pairs you trade? I said, we don't trade pairs. We just only one pair. I said, which pair? It's a Euro USD. And he said, I'm just waiting for whole day. In whole day, I might gonna get like a 5-10 minutes opportunity, but for that, I need to wait for whole day. So, and they were like making a lot of money for that. So this is very, very important that you have to specialize. Just pick up one pair. And I highly recommend the person should pick up the pair based on your time frame, based on your zone. For example, if you are in Australia, then I would recommend just go in a Aussie dollar, Kiwi dollar, or any dollar yen pair, because at that time Asian market is highly volatile. You can get some opportunities of if you are at the New York session around on trade. So any dollar pair, or it's an opportunity. But I categorize in a way, and my favorite is basically pound yen and the dollar, and then pound dollar.
Thank you.
And I've got a few comments. I've got what is the reason why we lose a trade? Thank you so much, Ashraf. It's very interesting. I'm personally new, so I will try it. What is the success ratio of the company? What's the best video from your channel to watch first as a beginner? Looking forward to seeing you in Maldives. Is it true that Forex trading is more profitable than crypto trading at this time? And again, can you show us, the first, a video that is good for a beginner to watch from
Okay.
your content?
Okay. So the first thing is like, when we started this webinars, I highly recommend, Shazia, that if you can categorize the first learning videos in a playlist,
Okay.
right? And then anybody who join us, we can tell them go and watch that first playlist. So that's going to help you at the beginning, which basically video need to be watched. Because before we jump into the live analysis, before we jump into the MyQFX platform, I did series of education webinar, which basically in MyQFX platform is there. But now we are, broadcasting every day, analysis review. So probably might going to be challenging to find which one is the video, and hopefully the Shazi and the team will make that list in MyQFX platform.
And technological solutions. Ashraf, it is in if you go to MyQFX website, YouTube channel, the playlist exists. There's webinars and trainings, and obviously there's daily analysis. So they're the two playlists. So the daily analysis where you do all your daily analysis, and if they go to the webinars and trainings, they would have to scroll right back to the ones you did at the start, which were more your basic ones.
Perfect, amazing.
So if I
you can see,
share my screen, I'll just show everybody what it looks like.
Yeah, so you can see, can you see my screen now, Shazia?
Yes, you can see it, yeah.
Yeah, so this is the playlist. I would highly recommend, guys, you should be watching all these webinars, right?
And then they
So
go
these are
right to the beginning. They will have, and they've got the Spanish in between as well. So it's English, Spanish, English, Spanish.
Exactly. So you can find out which one is English or which one if you're Spanish, and then you can go through this beginning of the videos. This is a highly okay.
The ones you did at the beginning, you started off with candles and indicators, fundamental analysis and things like that.
So basically you can go through all these videos, some of them videos, all of them is their beginning videos, which basically explain about the price action more detail, and that's definitely is going to help you with you. Otherwise, if you go to the in academy section, and we also have if you're a really beginner new, then IQ, which website is a QMind, right?
Yeah, QMinds, they have the basic Forex one as well.
If you're completely basic, so if you really need a really basic, so you can go QMind and you can basically go through those videos. Otherwise you have to go to the MyQFX playlist, And from playlist, you can go all the training and webinars.
And
I highly, yeah.
And just to say, it's just a matter of days. We have another suite of 12 videos that are ready for beginners. They will go into the MyQFX Academy as well. And so we will again put a shout out in all our social media when they are there as well. So we are constantly working together to answer everybody's questions and get things in place. So there's a
Okay.
basic one, 12 basic ones, and then there'll be a bunch, about 12, 13 on just candles, and then again on just indicators that are really broken down as well. So hopefully I'll put a social media post out to say, indicating everybody to go back to MyQFX.
Okay. Right. So that's basically because we are planning, and again I'm also planning to do in MyQFX, which is we are working on it now. That in academy section, I'll be doing some sort of like continuously educational material. Means like, for example, what we have analyzed the market, what kind of price action we have implemented with this analysis. So that's going to also help you. But another more important thing is if you go to the MyQFX web, channel and subscribe it. So every time when I'm going to be uploading the video and watch those video, and that's going to help you in more detail, because another more important, that's definitely is going to help you to understand the basic price action. But the key important thing is, because as I said to you, the practical Forex training, these are my analysis recorded every single day. Every single day when you come, we have a 2 analysis. So, and if you click on this one, and this is the recording of, you missed this morning analysis, you can watch those analysis. Because this is almost 15-20 minutes. But if you want to speed up, just click on this one, and then you can speed the time, and then you can go through those analysis. Or if you are just trading less pause, if you're just trading less for example, if I'm trading in specific pair, you can move the cursor to that specific pair, and then you can watch that analysis where we analyze the market today. Like these kind of information I explained, and then we did intraday analysis, and then you can go through, and understand what happens. So in this live analysis, I always discuss the basics price action just to make sure the trader understand and implement it. Okay, I hope that makes answer your question. It's true Forex trading is more profitable than crypto trading at this time. Yeah, that's true. The reason why because the thing is, the crypto is getting better, but the thing is, like, the reason why I don't trade crypto, I recommend Forex than crypto. Crypto is more highly speculated instrument right now, because we don't know who's going to be investing billions of millions of into the crypto, and the market is going to go in direction. But in Forex, we have certain information which we can rely on it. What kind of information? First of all, look at the US economy, we see it. What we normally say, what Uncle Trump is doing it, how that's going to make impact. So second thing is we look at this data is coming, how this data is going to make impact to the specific country and specific currency. So it's much easier to trade. But one thing is, if you understand the basic price action in Forex, you can apply this knowledge to any financial instrument. Doesn't matter whether you trade stock, shares, future options, bonds, or crypto, you can apply the same technical information, all these instruments. But I personally, prefer Forex than crypto. Okay, so what is the success ratio of the company? You're talking about the company, and probably that's, you can, if you are a member of QBN, you can see the stats. You have seen the aggressive strategy. We can see how all of traders are using our platform and picking up the trades, and that's why the QBN picking up the good brains and good potential traders to manage. So we are open that to public, that you can learn yourself and you can trade by yourself. And in terms of fund security, we, as you know, that we are enhancing it, improving it, our our presence in terms of the brokerage industry, like a QBN Global as a broker too. So you can open an account and you can trade through MyQFX, because we are the only pioneer in the industry right now who is producing real-time market analysis with intraday, with all the supports and everything. So you can see here, and then we are still investing a lot of into the financial sector, in terms of we are bringing more products in financial sector. And the founders of QBN, they are extremely busy bringing more valuable information and valuable products into the company. And more information you can find, and to join, whoever give you this QBN, just talk to your associate and they will give you more information about that. Okay, so
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so let's take one question. Roberto, ask me questions. Okay, thank you so much. It's going to give you everything. Well, right. I would like to say that we could limit the analysis in masterclass to just 2 pairs so that we can go a little deeper. Okay, perfect. It would be also good to talk a little more about having a pips mindset instead of price mindset to facilitate the shift in the thinking for beginner in my. Okay, I think that makes sense. That's what again, Roberto, because I'm also learning in terms of how to refine. That's why me and Shazia, we are also refining it, how we can make this webinar more productive in terms of giving the valuable information in the right time and the right place, so the user can take maximum benefit. And your feedback is amazing, and that's why we're going to specialize. I'm going to be basically taking like three pairs which I do analysis: Euro USD, pound dollar, and pound yen. And we can go more deeper into this one and do this analysis to make sure that, and plus the dollar index. And then I'm also trying to, because we have members from different part of the world, and I don't want some of the members left behind. So probably we might gonna take it, I think the dollar yen or Euro USD or Aussie dollar, one of the pairs we're gonna select, and we're gonna go a deeper dive into this pair. So just to make sure that everyone should be able to take the maximum benefit. Okay, so right. Okay. All right, any other
So
questions?
shall
Let's
we
see.
say for next week, we'll look at some of your currency pairs and pip mastery?
Yep. Yeah. That's basically like, the thing is, like, we have this amazing platform. I'm gonna be showing you live analysis into this one, and then you can take the maximum, and then and this platform, basically what we have. I think one of the questions being asked at the moment about the emotions, and that's why we have, based on my study, which I did, and my study was to basically human behavior and human emotions into trading, how I can, I'm 100% sure we cannot eliminate for the emotions, but we can reduce emotional factor into the trading. Based on that, we have developed the system. And that's why in this system, whenever you are practicing it, you don't see any money factor into it. It's only, you can see here, if you look at here, you can see only trade. If you open a position here, you can see that's the only position open. There's a pips here. The reason behind it is to basically leave the emotion side on one side and master the art of the trading. Means when you get into the market, when you get out to the market, when you master that art, and then we can take it. Second step, we take it as a, how you can maximize your potential to this art to, in terms of some sort of earning, and then that's the second stage. So in this scenario, you can see here, you're just trading with the pips, because instead of money, and once you master it, then the money is just going to follow you. This is the concept we have to, and that's why you have seen all over analysis. We have taken this bold statement. We said, doesn't matter whoever is a professional trader or anything, join us and prove us wrong if we are wrong. We do analysis live market, because we have mastered this art. And if you master this art, then to be honest, the money is going to follow you. and then you can basically easily squeeze some pips and you can easily make some good money. Can you explain copy trading? And copy trading is a different thing. Is like there's a two type of things, which is QB and Global. I think probably as a global services, they are probably going to bringing these kind of services to the end user. Copy trading is basically there's a two type of copy trading. One is basically you copy certain traders. If they make profit, you make profit, or second is you just follow their signals. But to be honest, the thing is whether you want to go for copy trading, whether you want to go follow somebody else, my take into this industry is build your knowledge first, and then you can pick up which trader you want to copy, right? And that's going to help you to trade it. Copy trading is, I'm trading it as like a social trading. Social trading, somebody like for example, somebody is trading it and the broker company allow you to copy. Like for example, here, this is the broker company and they have many traders here, right? They're trading their services, and this is another user comes and he said, instead of me trading it, I want to copy his trade. I want to copy his trades. And this trader say, okay, I want to charge you this much price. I want to charge you this much profit, so that this broker company allow you to do it, to copy one of these trades. And as a QBN Global, as a complete broker services, we are also planning into it, and we'll see this how this is gonna go. But this is the way it works in the copy trading. I hope that makes sense. Any other question, guys? Okay. All right. Is the company involved in arbitrage trading? No. Because we want to make things very simplicity, right? For arbitrage, it's a high frequency trading. We have to, but we don't do basically arbitrage trading. We are simple. We want to make simple things, simple solution, not complicated. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Any other question? Okay, you're welcome, my friend. All right, so let's keep making pips like that, enjoying pipping. Okay, just keep practicing it. If you are a member of MyQFX, trust me, you will learn more when you keep doing some action. And that's why most of the traders, when they come to me, they're asking me a question. I said, forget about the question. Practice, practice, practice. Because that's why, like, for example, I open this position here, making these pips here. When I click this entry price, I can see here when I enter the trade. This is called aggressive trading, because I know this is the area of interest. As mentioned in the beginning of the webinar, the price broken, I'm looking for short here. So the aggressive trading, price nicely coming back. Instead of taking a long, I took a short trade here, squeezing amazing pips for the break even, or take a trade here. So that's what you need to practice every single day. And let's suppose if I close this trade here, and if you look at I made like a few pips, 3 pips. And if I click on this one, and if I click on this area, I can see here when I enter and when I close my trade, I should have a hold it. It's coming down. So you have accountability, you have a ledger here which you can make. Okay, I can see here, I can put my share, I have emotional trading, I close early. So you can see, guys, this platform is a very comprehensive and give you a lot of help and information. All right, guys, I think that's it for now, for today. And I'll see you next week, live webinar. And I'll try to organize in a way that just we're going to focus on a few pairs, and then we go and deep dive and help you, and then you can practice at the same time. All right. Okay, Shazia.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening and see you. I've already made note of I've already shared it with the team to make the next poster. So I've said
Fantastic.
deep dive into the trading platform, learn how to navigate of the feature psychology of trading and mindset, pip mastery without emotions, and live analysis of 2 or 3 major pairs. So it'll be there. We've taken on your feedback immediately. So everybody have a great evening, wherever you are, afternoon, morning, and we shall see you next week again. Thank you.
All right. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.